say. Hi everyone, this is OnlyHamsterAdvice and Coconut, and today we are going to be giving you guys an OVO tube review. So as you can see, I use the OVO tubes all throughout my cage. Today I'm just going to be reviewing the tubes, not like the little houses. Like basically all my whole entire cage is OVO except for the bin cage, of course. But I'm just going to be reviewing the tubes, so like those, and yeah. Okay, so I actually do use these tubes, like as you can see, but I'm going to try like not to be biased, and yeah. And I said that I was going to make the baby care video like 3 weeks ago, and then like I didn't make a video, and then you know all that. But like I started this morning like researching. I was like, okay, I'm going to make my baby care video. But then, like, I realized that if I was going to make a baby care video, it'd have to be, like, an hour long because there's so much information to include. So, it's summer now, like, for me, like, I'm out of school, so I might have time to make that. But truthfully, in the summer, I'm even busier than in the school year, so I don't know. So I'll try to make that, but it would be, like, dreadfully long. So, let's get started. First, I'm going to be telling you guys some of the prices. So for an elbow, which would be a little piece like that's called an elbow, that is $5.32. Then for 3 of these little things, which they call locks, those would be $4.95. For a long tube like that, like a long one, that would be $4.59, which I don't get how the 3 locks would cost more than one of those big tubes, but apparently they do. And then 3 of these things that they call windows, I call them stoppers, but they call them windows, those would be $4.59. And I don't get how 3 of these are the same cost as one of those, but apparently they are. And those prices are from Amazon.com. And apparently they take the prices down a little bit because they say like this is 11 cents off the normal price. So I guess the actual like OVO company, they charge more. But that's Amazon's prices. So now I'm going to tell you guys some of the good aspects. And so they're big enough for all hamsters. So like you can see, Coco, you want to go through there? Coco can fit in there, which isn't the case for some, like the critter trail tubes. Yeah, she didn't want to go through, but it's not the case for those. Coco can fit through them. I'm sure that you guys have seen her like crawling through them sometimes during my videos. So that is a plus. Also, like they're not easy to escape from as long as you make sure that these little things that they call windows, I call them stoppers, as long as they're like securely on, like your hamster will not be able to escape. Or if like you leave like a tube not tightly sealed enough that they could escape, but as long as everything's sealed like it should be, then you should have no problems. Another good thing is they're easy to find in many different countries. Like I know some brands of tubes you can't like find in England, or some brands like you can't find in America, and some brands like you can't find in China. But I'm pretty sure you can find these OVO tubes about everywhere. And the final good thing is that they're easy to see into. Like you can see in there, Coco shoved her tubes with bedding and food, but that's just showing it's like easy to see through them. So if you like to watch your hamster, that would be great for you. And like because those like critter trail tubes, like the ones that are like multicolored with like the little ridges, those are not easy to see into at all. Now for the bad, they are impossible to snap together. Like I swear, I'm not even going to show you because I can't do it. Like I have to get my parents to do it for me. So that's definitely a downside. Like you have to snap, and if you can snap them loosely, but you have to snap them tight or else your hamster will be able to break the tube. And yeah, I learned that the hard way. Like one time I was just watching Coconut and she was like breaking it, and I'm like, Coke. And then I was like, yeah, I cannot snap these. So yeah. Another bad is, to me, they're sort of expensive. Like $5.32 for that little piece of plastic. That seems kind of expensive to me. And also if you like get them from an online place and not from a pet store, they'd be like, you'd have to pay the shipping. So you know, I think that that's expensive, but I don't know if you do, but personally I do. Another kind of downside is if you have an older hamster, like if you have this straight up and down, like Coco, she's pretty young. She's almost a year old, so she's pretty young for a hamster, or she's like middle-aged, I don't know. But it's easy for like her to climb up that. But for an older hamster, you like couldn't have straight up and down tubes like that. You'd either have to see like those little elbows like there. You'd have to connect elbows up and down because like they don't have ridges. So like the Critter Trail tubes, they do have ridges. So those older hamsters can climb up semi-well. But for these, you'd have to get the elbow tubes and like connect them up and down, you know? So that's kind of a downside. Coco, what are you doing? Okay, another downside is, Coco, you see like this little water bottle and up there? Now, in my experience, Coco, what are you doing? They don't work, and people told me like you should shake them up and down. So I tried it like the other day so I could do this video, and I shook the water bottle up and down. Like I put the water in, then I shook it up and down, and it still just leaked. Like I don't even get how this would work because you can see it's just like a little metal piece. So in my experience, they don't work. Apparently for other people they do work, but for me they don't. And then the last one is they're not very colorful like the Critter Trail tubes. Those are like the tubes that I keep on comparing them to since they're like popular also. But they're like bright colors and fun for like kids and stuff. And you know, it's fun to have those colors. But for these ones, they're just like light green and light blue. So they're not very colorful. Now, overall, I would give these tubes an 80 out of an 100 rating because they are easy to find and they're big enough, but they are a pain to snap. Like, I don't know how easy it is to snap other tubes since I've only like dealt with these tubes, but they are a pain. I swear, it takes my mom like 30 minutes to snap this whole entire cage together. And I don't like that they don't have even like small little ridges. But I guess the fact that they don't have ridges is like why they're okay for Siberians, because like then they can fit through them. So yeah, I give them an 80. That's like a pretty good ranking to me. But and I just like to say, like, I was not paid to say anything about these tubes. This is just like my honest opinion. So okay. If you want to check these tubes out, you can get them on Amazon. They're OVO, just like OVO, OVO. And that's about it. So I'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye.